3 o'clock on Monday afternoon, and we're back with another local business in our community. I'm Rob with Echo Fine Properties, and we've had a great day so far. We've had a lawyer on. Then we went to El Fogonocito, which is an authentic Mexican restaurant in Jupiter. Amazing, amazing food. And now we're joined by, I'm going to bring it out right now to Melody Christle, real estate agent with Echo Fine Properties. Say hey, Melody.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
And we're joined by Remi. He's the owner of Renew Cleaning Services. Say hi. Say hey, Remi.
Good afternoon, everybody.
So I'm going to let Melody take it away. Melody, let's find out a little bit more about Renew Cleaning Services.
Okay. I'm really excited about this because in real estate, we talk about homes and curb appeal, and Remi does a good mix of commercial business as well as the residential side. And you know, I love to be able to support other local businesses, especially family-owned businesses. And really everybody is trying to find and explore new ways to stay relevant in the economy today as things kind of reopen. And we're not waiting for things to go back to the way that they were. We are, moving forward. So without further ado, Remi, if you could just tell us, a little bit about what is Renew Cleaning Services, maybe a little about, just the services that you provide.
Okay, so Renew Cleaning Services is pretty much just a business, family owned. I have about 5 years experience. I was working for a few other big companies, such as Magic Bubbles and No Pressure Roof Cleaning. And then I worked for I was subcontracting for another company. And just the experience was great. I really appreciated learning the trade. So pretty much it's a chemical treatment first to remove the mold and mildew off any type of, any type of concrete or any type of tile, any type of grout, any type of, right now I'm working on the exterior. I used to do in and out cleaning and have an LLC for that as well. But right now we moved on to this, and it was in demand before all this pandemic started. So now things have slowed down somewhat, but it's not necessarily slowed down, is that the promotion is not out there for people to reach out to anyone, and people don't know who's exactly working still and who isn't, and who's able to even afford to make it out there to begin a work order and so forth, because you have to come prepared to a work order, because in these type of jobs you don't get any upfront payment. You have to get someone's signature before it's the start of the job, and then upon completion you get paid. So you have to go there prepared, and not everyone's willing to go and invest if they don't know if something's secured or if they have any work orders in general. So the soft wash process pretty much just kills the mold and mildew first and builds a film in preventing it from regrowing. And then I do a power wash afterwards. So then afterwards, I also do a 2-year warranty. So let's say if any type of mold spotted up within that 2 years, only pretty much a 2-year warranty for a spot touch. So if in 2 years it's all completely moldy again, maybe you live in a moldy area, maybe it's a shady area where mold grows quicker and so forth. So if the mold grows back extensively everywhere in the 2-year process, obviously you're just, up for a new cleaning. But if it's only in certain spots and areas within that 2-year process, then for that one time, I will come back and spot touch free of charge, just out of, the business loyalty that we have for our customers.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about how you guys stay green and what kind of chemicals you use, and how you keep the use of chemicals safe for people.
Okay, so the way we use the chemicals safely is, if we were to be using these chemicals in a pure form, then it would be a little more drastic for someone maybe walking by, a neighbor and so forth. But when you start diluting the chemical now with some water, some detergents and so forth, that breaks down that chemical, makes it a little more oily, makes it less strong, makes it smell less pungent and so forth. You don't want to be using any type of super strong chemical in an area because the smell will take up the whole area. You'll smell it 3 blocks down, but now you mix this detergent in there, you dilute it with some water. Now you're making it more environmentally friendly, which, there's no way you can work with chemical and guarantee it to be 100% environmentally friendly or so forth, but you do your best of your ability to make sure that that is diluted enough to where it's safe for people to, and then also when we're done with work orders, we externally rinse and so forth so that there is no residue. Let's say if a dog walks out afterwards, or if your son walks out, or daughter, or you per se, barefoot, I want to make sure that that area is rinsed off to where that chemical wouldn't burn or irritate your skin after the work order is complete.
Awesome. I see
And
we've
we
got
just
some.
got some pictures. Yeah, we got some pictures here. So if you can see that, Rem, you can see that picture behind me right now.
Yeah, of course, it looks great.
So that's the before with all that. I guess that's mold and dirt and just junk. And then this is what it looks like after you're done.
Yeah, along the borders there, that's actually the chemical being applied. I did it along the edges only, and then the middle hasn't had any chemical applied. But then along the right, actually in the left picture, you can actually see the wand and actually spraying, and that's a live picture right there. And then along the right, that's after it's been pressure cleaned and everything's rinsed off. As you can see, all the borderline of the grass, it's not affected by any burns of the chemical and so forth. When you externally rinse, you avoid that area from getting affected, and in the long run, you're pretty much making it less. You just don't want no burns along the borderline of that grass, because it lowers the value in the home. Even if it's for 3 weeks, you're still gonna have yellow grass along the border. It might grow back, but you want to avoid that. You don't want to be that person that, oh yeah, it'll grow back in 3 weeks. You want to be the person that you leave there and they're calling back, oh my God, my neighbor wants to get it done now. They were waiting for a week to go by to see if anything would happen in my house after the process, but nothing happened and everything looks great. So they now want to get it done. So you want to think longevity in these types of businesses and doing these work orders, because it's not just a one-time thing. You might get this person to do a yearly plan. They might want to now do it yearly now. They might want to do it every 6 months. Maybe now you did such a great job that not only do they want their driveway done, now they want their roof done, now they want the patio done, now they want their driveway sealed because you went there and showed them your work. So now they get to see in person. See that driveway right there? That's a driveway that I did the chemical wash on, pressure cleaned it, and that's a seal on it. Before I put that sealer on it, all that driveway was dry, and it had no color to it. It was it looked like it had been untouched and nothing done to it for years upon years. I made sure to clean all the grouts. Along the grouts, you had black gunk all along those grouts. I cleaned everything out, prepped it, and as you can see back there by where the work truck is, you see that the caution tape along there. So you see the professionalism that I'm also going to prevent anyone from being able to drive onto that driveway when I'm done. I'm going to prevent anyone from maybe walking through that sidewalk and, maybe they slip on your driveway and they leave a little scuff on it with that wet sealer on there still,
And it looks this looks like, first of all, it looks like the driveway just got put in, like it was just brand new bricks and stuff. So it's amazing the detail that you took to do this, because it really does. It looks like I would have never been able to tell if you didn't tell me that this wasn't a brand new driveway. It looks brand new, but it's been because of your work.
And that's just pretty much the cleaning itself just makes it brighten up a bit, because there might be some mold in the pores and so forth. So once those pores are cleaned up, then that already brightens it up. And then once you pressure clean it and then it dries, it's obviously you're gonna see just like that dry, dusty look. It's gonna be clean and it's gonna look great to the average person. But once I laid that sealer on there, now you literally have a brand new driveway with the shine to it. fully got its color. You know, it doesn't look like a refurbished driveway or anything like that.
I would like to find out a little bit, maybe if you have some recommendations on maintenance and how frequently people need to do pressure washing and things like that. But I also want to touch on the value that it provides for curb appeal. So, you know, right now we're seeing new listings come up on the market every single day. And as more homes get listed, it's going to become more and more important to get kind of, you know, more better offers for your homes and to stand apart from the other homes that are on the market. And that curb appeal really has a huge impact. I heard a statistic one time that a buyer will make a decision kind of psychologically in their head within the first 6 seconds of being on a property, whether or not they want to purchase that home or not.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe 12 seconds once they walk inside a home, whether or not they want to purchase it. But I guess my point is that, you know, there's a handful of things, a couple things you can do that are really budget friendly to improve that perceived value of your home. And I definitely recommend that if someone's going to list their home, that they pressure wash it and go through all those steps, because those first couple moments that they take a look at your property and your home, they're making kind of a snap critical decision on whether or not they think that home is well maintained. And it affects how much they think that home is worth, depending on how well maintained it appears to be, from even just from the outside before they even walk into the house. So
yeah, see, to answer your questions, pretty much you want to get your house. People don't really take it into consideration, like you were saying, the curb appeal that a house really does have when you're driving up the driveway per se. You're driving up a driveway, you got mold, bricks, pavers all along your driveway. People are already going to be like, oh, now, well, if we get this house, we're going to have to clean the driveway. They're already thinking about, so they're already going up to the property thinking about investing extra money into the property before they even purchase it.
right.
That's an automatic red flag. If you're trying to sell your home, I recommend 100%. If you have rust stains along the outside of your house, sprinklers along your driveway, any rust stains, there's rust off that I use. I can get those hard stains off. You need your driveway cleaned if you are looking to sell your home, because it just increases the property value. If your gutters are all moldy and green and someone walks up to your house, they're not going to want to purchase a house, because now they have to, either they have to worry about cleaning the gutters. Now they have to worry about a roof order. Now they have to worry about their house maybe being externally filled with mold growth, or there's a mold growth on the actual surrounding of the home. So I also do house washes which cleans like let's say the borders of the window seals and so forth. If there's any type of growth on there, all the specifics, any type of molding along the house, also any type of how do I say this? Any cement, fixtures that you did to your house to make it look better, along those underneath those cement fixtures and so forth, they kind of get moldy. And when you look at the home, you might not think it's that dirty from afar, but then when you walk up and you take a close look at your actual home, even you guys, when you go home, if you guys are homeowners or an apartment building or wherever the case may be, a condo, look at the specifics of the building and tell me you don't see spider webs, you don't see this or that, or a different type of growth or dirt buildup. You're going to see specifics when you walk up to the home. And that is a red flag to anybody trying to purchase it, because they're not going to want a dusty looking house. They're not going to want a walkway that they're walking up. Maybe when it gets wet, you can kind of feel that muskiness from the mold. That when that mold gets wet, you don't want to be breathing that. You don't want your kids breathing that. Now you're doing harm to yourself and others by even having your property moldy to that extent. You don't even want it to get to that point. So you do want to be doing your property every year.
Yeah.
And one of the things you mentioned, I see a lot, traveling around, is that I guess it's the hard water stain from the sprinkler system. You see that yellow line on homes, and you see it. And on the sidewalks, it's very pronounced. So that's something that you take care of too. You can get that stain out. It's a stain, is what it is, correct?
Yeah, the chemical process does not remove the stain, and that's what I try to let people know. Sorry, 'cause, I live next to 95, and they're kind of someone letting loose on the throttle. Uh, so yeah, the process that I use with the chemical does not remove any hard stains or oil stains, but I do have a degreasing process that I use, and I use a hot water process to remove any oil stains. But for the rust, there's a separate work order that's pretty much is done as the same way as a chemical, and it is a chemical, but it's just specifically to remove hard stains and rust, and it brings it back to the original color as if I was using the chemical, but on the hard stains. So it brings that original color to any paver, cement, or on actual paint. Like, so if the side of the house had these hard stains, I can, even if I needed to spray the chemical first, I'll remove the mold, rinse it, and then put the chemical to remove the stains off your house. So you're also saving money on having to paint your house. Now your whole house, the exterior of your home, I might charge, let's say, a 3,000 square foot home. I might charge you $500 to do the exterior of your home, but you're avoiding getting your house painted for $5,000, let's say, and you're getting it done for $500, and you're getting a before and after picture. You're getting results. There's no pulling a fast one on anybody in this job. You're getting a before and after picture, and you're paying for the cleanliness and the sanitizing of your home. So
And just as you said it, Remi, this is your work. So if you see behind me, folks, here's a picture he sent over to me. So there's the before, there's the after. There's no reason for you to, let's just say, screw somebody over, because this is your work and you want that repeat business. So you take your time, and as you can see in this picture, I mean, the night and day difference. The homes, the sidewalks, the driveways. This is your art. This is your art, and this is what you invest in. This is how you make your money. This is how you support your family. Another local business owner. He lives here. He works here. He sleeps here. He's got kids. He's got a family. So we need to support businesses like Remi's and like Renew Cleaning Services. What's the best way to reach you if someone's watching right now and they're interested in getting their driveway touched up, or maybe they have a business, a commercial? What's the best way to reach you?
You guys can reach me at 561-755-1902. The other office line is 561-635-8737. And our website is renew-cleaningservices.com.
And you service everywhere in Palm Beach County? Where else?
Everywhere in Palm Beach County, and I'm willing to drive up from Stewart all the way to Broward for people in need as well, because I understand that someone might contact me from a referral or from the website or from this, and I'm not going to pick and choose a closer area when someone's actually needing, it's a necessity. They're contacting me because they're in need of cleaning, and I respect them for needing that. You kind of build like a love for doing something for others in the process. I feel like people will appreciate you going out of your way and appreciating the fact that they need their work done and you need to get paid, obviously, and everything ends up working out. So I'm willing to take that extra step to travel, to take care of these work orders, because not only do people need it done, but it's, in a time like this, it's really a necessity. It really is.
And Melody knows, because she's in the business of selling homes
Yep.
and listing properties and looking for properties for her clients. And it's very important, Melody, as you stated, that curb appeal. We talk about it all the time. Jeff, I think, has drilled that into my head. I don't sell real estate either, but I just know curb appeal. Yep. And the simple things to landscaping, to what your driveway looks like. I mean, you don't want to list a property and have somebody show up and you have gas stains and oil stains and mold stains, because they're going to say, boy, if the outside looks like this, I wonder what the inside looks like. And they may not even take the step into the house. So a service like Remi's Renew Cleaning Services is something that I know times are tough for some people right now. But if you are looking to sell your property, or maybe you're just looking to, you've had some downtime and you've painted rooms, you've done some landscaping outside, and then you looked and you're like, oh crap, my driveway looks a mess. Call Remi, call Renew Cleaning Services. Melody, anything else you want to add about this business and just in general?
Yeah, I mean, I think of all the things that people typically think, like when they want to sell their house, oh, I should redo my kitchen, or, you know, any number of things. But really, you know, you're getting a much better return on investment just by doing a pressure wash and making sure, I mean, you guys do roofs too, right?
Yeah, we're also
So-
licensed. We're also licensed and insured. Let me add that as well.
Yeah. So when a person looks at a roof and it doesn't look clean, they assume it's old and it hasn't been taken care of. So on your ROI, when people see a clean roof and a clean driveway, that perceived value is more than just, you know, how much they're going to have to spend to clean things and get it to their level of whatever they deem as, you know, I want my house to look this way. It's more than just the cost of a pressure clean. It's that perceived value of this home's taken care of. The work I'm going to have to do is minimal. You know, it's a home that's well taken care of and maintained is really what it is. And, you know, the chances of you getting a higher offer for that home, you're talking about maybe a couple $1,000s difference for a pressure wash that might have only costed you a couple hundred, if that makes sense. So definitely worth it.
And Remi, you said it also, you're licensed, insured. That's crucial, because I mean, I could have my neighbor come over and power wash my roof, right? But when he messes up and now I have a leak or something happened, what am I going to do, right? I mean, that's very key that you're licensed and insured also within the county.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring, you know, if I was going to be a business owner, I want to bring professionalism with it, because if you're not doing things the right way, and you want to make the person that you're working for comfortable. They don't want to be like, you know, he's a good guy. You know, he told me he has 2 kids. You know, I'm sure he'll do a good job. Let me just let him up there. Then I slip and fall. And then maybe I want to take action, which most people would, you know. If you give somebody the leverage to get on there without being licensed and insured, you're putting yourself at risk. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm automatically reducing people's stress. You don't have to, like you said, you don't want to bring your neighbor in, or you yourself. Let's say it might cost you $400 to get your roof, driveway, and walkway done. But you think, oh, if I can spend $400 on a pressure cleaner and do it myself. You're going to spend probably 2 full days, 10-hour days on your roof only with a pressure cleaner. And then you're going to spend another probably 6 to 8 hours doing your driveway and walkway with only a pressure cleaner. Yeah, did you save money? Yes. Are you going to maybe, you know, have a dislodged disc in your back when you're finished? Probably, because that's why I use the chemical process to stop that back-breaking work, to where I can use the chemical and then pressure clean afterwards and make things a lot less labor. You know, we're trying to less labor, trying to do things smarter, not harder. And we're trying to obviously have the before and after picture so people see the results. If I'm on your roof for 30 minutes and your roof is clean, don't complain about how short of a time I spent on your roof. Appreciate the results and accept that, you know, it took me a long time to get to the point where I can do it in that amount of time. That's what people need to understand.
Skills, yeah.
I don't want to be climbing up on my roof, I'll tell you that much.
Exactly,
So,
man.
Leave
that up to me.
Well, yeah, again, another local business person in our community, folks. These businesses we've been highlighting over the past 3.5 weeks, I think 4 now weeks, maybe. It's been a while. It's been incredible meeting different people, seeing the work they do within our community. I mean, you may have never heard of Renew Cleaning Services before, or Remi, but guess what? He's here. He's willing to serve you. He's a local guy. He's proud of his work. He shows it in his pictures. He takes your driveway and turns it. Let me go back to this driveway picture because I really do find this picture pretty amazing. Where is it? This, to me, if I didn't know that this was a pressure clean power washing service here, I would think this was a brand new driveway that just got put in. It looks incredible. This is the work he does. He takes his time. It's his art. Like I said, this is his art form. So support local. We're local. Melody's local. Remi's local. These are the businesses we need to continue to support. Remi, give me that number again for folks that may be watching, or they may watch this later on and say, yeah, I need to call this guy. What's that number?
All right, the number is 561-755-1902, and the office number is 561-635-8737, and the website is renew-cleaningservices.com for anybody that's looking to visually see the work for themselves. And also, guys, I want you guys to really do your best into trying to do what you can for these young people right here trying to grind as well with their real estate and so forth. They're taking the time out of their day to come here and support me. So if you guys can please share this, like and comment for them as well, and everything of the sort, to make sure that they get the exposure that they deserve as well in the process. And I want to let you guys know I really appreciate you guys for taking the time and for setting everything up for me.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank Melody for saying this. Melody, she called you last minute. I know I had a cancellation, and what we were supposed to do your business on Saturday, and we had a cancellation, and she's like, I'll call him. I think he'll be able to do it. So I thank you. In a short amount of time, I got pictures as we were going live. So I brought the pictures up that I could. But it just goes to show, again, another person in our community who lives here. Like I said, I repeat the same thing all the time. People probably get sick of hearing it, but lives here, sleeps here, his family's here. He's a part of this community. He gives back to the community, and we need to support local in this time. And if you, I think you might have some business. We have a few realtors that have some properties that may need some sprucing up. So we'll be sure to pass along your information to the rest of our staff.
Okay. One last thing, if you don't mind. Also, during this pandemic and so forth, I just want everyone to know that I've been minimizing on the personal residential and sticking to more commercial. But when I do residential, I do wear a mask. I do come prepared to come into contact with people. I haven't taken my distance. If someone's not comfortable with coming into contact with me, I do take credit card upon completion. And I just would need a signature. I can send over an electronic signature form, just agreeing to give my permission to step foot on your property and on your roof. And you can make payment after. So you literally don't even have to come into contact with me if you're not comfortable with that during these times to get your work order done. Because I feel like that's a big part of why people don't want to get their work orders done, is because they don't know where that specific person that's the owner has been working, if he's been responsible, and if he's been taking the right steps to sanitize. I have 3 bottles of hand sanitizer in my car. I have a pack of masks. I have gloves.
Toilet paper.
That I don't. I wait till I get home, and if not, then I take a quick shower. What is it? SIHT, shower and shave.
Well, Remi, again, I want to thank you for coming on today, Melody, for setting this up. So, again, give me the number one more time. Give me the number and give me the website one last time for people that are just watching. We got a couple people that just tuned on right now. So what's that phone number and what's that website?
All right, guys. Thanks again for everything. And the phone number is 561-755-1902. And the office number is 561-635-8737. And the website is renew-cleaningservices.com.
Perfect.
So you need your driveway spruced up. And Melody, we're not climbing on any roofs anytime soon. So we're going to let him climb on the roof and do that.
Definitely.
So,
and if you guys personally need any work done, 20% off. Just for the, you know,
I appreciate that, Remi.
just for the promotion.
Well, thank you so much, and we'll be back at, I believe it's 5 o'clock today. It's been a long day. I believe it's 5 o'clock today with Meyer Benitez Orthodontics. So that's our next local business, and we're here all week promoting local businesses again. 4 businesses every day. So, Remi, Renew Cleaning Services. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
Melody?
Comment, like, and share, guys. Please support.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Hope you guys
Bye.
have a great rest of the day. Thanks for everything.
You too.
You too. Thank you.